Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News. It's time now to review headlines of today's newspapers. So I think we're going to start with
this day on Saturday, very quickly. Is the newspaper of record. Thanks, Sheito. From top to bottom, we start from the window story. Dangote refinery receives fifth 1 million barrels of crude oil cargo. 61 million barrels cargo expected tomorrow. I think the refinery is doing well in terms of receiving crude that is needed, but we don't know when when the first drop of oil, refined fuel will come up. So so the sixth one tomorrow. How many will it have to get before rollout? Is it 10 million or how many? Okay. Akeredelu's body arrives Nigeria, received by family governors. That's story on page 5. That's a sad one there, but the body is back here. And there's a new governor who, I think he declared 3 days of mourning and is still looking for a deputy, isn't it? He hasn't appointed one yet. Yeah. Okay. And below the masthead, Better Edu, 585 million payment into private account was approved, denies fraud allegation.
Yes.
Was approved.
It was approved. It's been stamped and signed. So that's a very tricky one for us to understand why the renewed hope allocations coming out are going through
private.
And this was money that was meant for multiple states. So it's an individual in their personal capacity with their private bank account receiving government allocation that is meant for the poorest of Nigerians.
So the private accounts guys will now distribute it to the vulnerable.
This level of impropriety, it's unbecoming
of any outlet.
It is unbecoming of the Nigerian government for that. Those
who are in the know say that that's just a tip of the iceberg. There are a number of people who are contacted if they wouldn't mind if their accounts can be used for that same purposes. Many turn it down, but others accepted. I think that there's a whole lot that will still come out of this mess it is,
and
really.
It's very important because the previous Minister of Humanitarian Affairs is also being called in by the EFCC.
She's the one calling in sick, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, all right. We wish her soonest recovery, isn't it? Yes. So that she can come and answer to that which has been asked of her. Next story says Tinubu to security chiefs, ensure conclusive victory over insecurity, terrorism, and warns against repeat of recent unacceptable skirmishes in Kaduna, says security progress made so far are undeniable. Loads of riders there, but the lead story itself, hardship persists despite 23% FAAC allocation rise to states, local governments in 5 months. TUC says Nigerians not feeling gains of subsidy removal. Workers lament. NLC anticipates new minimum wage by March. I think this is the crux of the matter. This is where we are in the new year. This is the summation of Tinubu's presidency in 7 months, and hardship is persistent despite the fact that states are getting more money. I listen to a lot of sympathizers of the president who say that ask questions, to your state governors, to local government, chairmen, etc. That's valid, that's germane, but this is where we are, and things are not very bright at the moment. Last but not the least will be the cover picture on today's this day shown of Ogbomoso Staff of Office presentation. His Majesty Ogiame Atuashe III, Olu of Warri, His Imperial Majesty Oba Gandhi Afolabi Olaoye, and his wife Omo Olaoye Gandhi during the presentation of Staff of Office to Seun of Ogbomoso recently. Kabiyesi Gandhi is that's the one that the cleric, the Geo of Redeemed, sat on his stool, isn't it? Yeah. You didn't see that? Okay, all right. Anyway, the Seun of Ogbomoso, it was in a positive spiritual understanding kind of a thing.
Okay, then let's move on to The Guardian very quickly. Same story there on the headline: security ensure victory against threats. Tinubu charges security chiefs. Experts to governors, just under the picture on the front page of The Guardian. Experts to governors: Nigerians want proper implementation of the 2024 budget, not colorful headlines, which is what we've really spoken about this morning. And right under there, a very important story: Plateau killings. Protesting women have burned down the Boko's traditional ruler's house over suspect arrest. More of that story on page 45. Of course, there's going to be a lot more coming out of Plateau State following the killings, and I believe that the people just want justice and they want insecurity to stop.
Absolutely. Tribune?
Yeah, the Tribune is leading with that exact same story. Plateau killings, angered by arrest of victims, in quotes, protesting women burn palace, and the story is on page 3. It says, out of 18 people killed in our village, 10 were my family members, on page 3 as well. And we also have a story, the story at the bottom saying a 75-year-old woman, daughter, granddaughter, burnt to death in Kogi State. The headlines we're getting from the Tribune, from This Day and The Guardian, are telling us that insecurity is a huge problem across our country in different regions. And the president is coming out to say that failure is not an option under him, but we need more than platitudes, we need more than these words, we need to see action, we need to see our security chiefs where they are needed. We're getting reports that there are areas that are under-policed, there are areas that are under... There are many areas that are under-policed. The security services saying that they do not have enough assets in these regions. However, we then have areas where police are overzealous and maybe overactive. So
it's the same sentiment that we have in The Nation of today. The lead story says, security crisis, targeted $1 trillion economy in danger, says Tinubu. That's the president almost raising his hands, up in the air, to say that with the security crisis. And I think that the writers, are very illuminating. Vows those working against national agenda will meet justice. Insurgents killed pastor, 5 others in Yobe. 17 killed, 58 abducted as gunmen attack 3 Kaduna communities. Southern Kaduna is back in the gulag, sadly. And bandits abduct 7 family members, shoot policemen in FCT. This is the 6th of January, and this is what The Nation is leading with. I think it is very telling, given the the connect between the nation and the president. And very lastly, on the window, controversy over senators' reps' Christmas rice palliatives. Tinubu approved food items, not cash for lawmakers. That's according to the presidency. And then some lawmakers are said to have taken delivery while others have been procured. Rice is creating issues even in Abuja. Christmas is gone already. We're still dealing with it.
I think before people were saying eyes on judiciary, I think 2024 we need to keep our eyes on our lawmakers.
On the lawmakers.
We need to keep our eyes on our lawmakers.
All eyes on the lawmakers. All right. We have to go. That brings us to the end of the morning show today. Thank you for watching and do stay safe. I'm Steve Ayoride.
I'm Adeswa Giwa Osage.
And I'm Shaiton Atigari. From our entire team here in Lagos, Nigeria, enjoy the rest of your morning and, of course, the rest of your day. Goodbye.